Good morning students. We were doing chapter 6 of part A, Judiciary. So beta, yesterday we have done the appointment and removal of the judges of Supreme Court and High Court. Okay, so I have asked from you who is Chief Justice of India at present? Sharad Arvind Bobde, and he is 47th Chief Minister of India. Okay, today beta we are going to do what is the meaning of integrated judiciary, or the topic is the structure of Indian judiciary. Beta, Indian judiciary is a single integrated judiciary. It means like other federal countries in the world, the states do not have their own courts. Okay, the whole judiciary system in India is interlinked. It is having pyramidal structure, which is shown in your book on page number 130. Page number 130. So you can see in this pyramid at the top, at the apex, is your Supreme Court. It is then followed by High Court, and then High Courts are followed by district courts and subordinate courts. Yani if anyone has filed his or her case in lower court or district court, and if he is not satisfied with the decision of the court, then he or she can go to the High Court. And if again there he is not satisfied with the decision of High Court, he can go to the Supreme Court. Okay, and the Supreme Court decision will be the final decision. After Supreme Court, he or she cannot go anywhere in any court in India. Okay, so Supreme Court's decision is binding to all. Okay, all have to follow the decision of Supreme Court. Okay, so this is the integrated judiciary. This is the meaning of integrated judiciary. So Indian judiciary is integrated judiciary, and at the top is Supreme Court, which is the only one and which is located at Delhi. Now today's next topic is beta jurisdiction of Supreme Court, or powers of Supreme Court. So you know judiciary, at the judiciary who is at the top? In judiciary who is at the top? Supreme Court. So there are many jurisdiction of Supreme Court, many powers of Supreme Court. First is original, second is appellate jurisdiction, third advisory jurisdiction, fourth writs, and fifth court of record. So first of all we are going to do original jurisdiction of Supreme Court. Original jurisdiction of Supreme Court means the cases which will be heard in Supreme Court in first instance only. Yani these cases cannot go in any lower court, in any high court. These will be heard in first hearing only and only in the Supreme Court. For example, if there is dispute between state and state, if there is dispute between state government and the central government, then this type of cases will go in the Supreme Court directly. These cannot be heard by any of the High Court of India. And second thing beta, if there is violation of any fundamental right, anyone's fundamental right, that case can also go directly to the Supreme Court. Okay beta, so this is the original jurisdiction of the Supreme Court. और भी चीज़ें हैं देखो, listen. In any federal country, legal disputes are bound to arise between union and state government. So this type of, अगर state government कहे कि भी this case will go in our high court only, so it's wrong, because if there is dispute between high court and union court, then if there is dispute between states and state government and union government, then it will go to the Supreme Court only. It will be heard in the Supreme Court only, not in any other court. Okay, so this type of cases will neither go in High Court nor in subordinate courts. This is the original jurisdiction of Supreme Court. Okay, one more thing is there beta. The Supreme Court not only settle the disputes, it also, whenever there is need, interpret the constitution, explain the constitution. It explain the powers of union government and central government and state government. Okay, agar suppose ki any subject which is written in union list, which is written in state list, and on this list central government is making law na, then state government can go in the Supreme Court against the central government. Then who will explain the constitution, who will interpret the constitution, who will explain the powers of the state government? Supreme Court. So this is also coming in this original jurisdiction of Supreme Court. Next jurisdiction of Supreme Court is better writ jurisdiction. Writ क्या होते हैं? Laws and orders. Okay, so the Supreme Court can pass writ, can issue order if violation of fundamental right has happened. And do you remember in fundamental rights chapter you have read about the writs in right to constitutional remedies? Okay, do you remember those 5 writs? 5 writs कौन से थे बेटा आपके? Habeas corpus, mandamus, prohibition, certiorari and quo warranto. So the Supreme Court is having power to issue these 5 writs to protect the fundamental rights of the citizens. Okay, to upkeep the fundamental rights of the citizens. The high courts can also issue the writs. Okay, but the persons whose rights are violated have the choice of either approaching the high court or approaching the Supreme Court directly. Suppose कि one person is living in Chennai, his any fundamental right is violated, so it's very difficult for him to go to Delhi to Supreme Court. Then he is having choice, so he can go to the High Court of Chennai and he can file his case of violation of fundamental right, and the High Court of Chennai जो है it can issue writs to save the rights of that citizens. Okay beta, so this is the writ jurisdiction of the Supreme Court. Okay, then next is appellate jurisdiction. Appellate jurisdiction means कि which are the appeals against the decision of the High Court. Okay, suppose कि I have filed a case in subordinate courts. There the decision is given in favor of my opponent. Okay, so then I have gone to the High Court. Again the decision is given in favor of that person only. Then I can appeal in the Supreme Court against the decision of the High Court. And suppose in Supreme Court the decision is given in my favor, then whose decision will be given importance, will be given priority? Only the Supreme Courts, not the High Court and subordinate court. Okay, so this is appellate jurisdiction of Supreme Court. Yani anybody can file appeal against the decision of High Court in the Supreme Court, and the decision of the Supreme Court will be applicable to the case. ऐसा नहीं है कि जो पर्सन है वो कहे जो केस जिस हार गया है वो कहे नहीं भाई मैं तो क्या करूँगा, मैं तो हाई कोर्ट के डिसीजन को मानूंगा, मैं तो नहीं मान रहा सुप्रीम कोर्ट के डिसीजन को. नहीं, बिकॉज who is having the highest power in our country, judicial power? Supreme Court. Okay, and it's a decision everyone has to follow, no one can deny. Okay, so this is the appellate jurisdiction of Supreme Court. और भी बेटा, in addition in criminal cases, if the lower courts have sentenced a person to death, then an appeal can be made to the High Court or Supreme Court. Of course, the Supreme Court hold the power to decide whether to admit appeals even when appeal is not allowed by the High Court. So यानी कि appellate jurisdiction means that Supreme Court will reconsider the case and can change the decision of the High Court even. Okay, next is beta, next jurisdiction of Supreme Court is advisory jurisdiction of Supreme Court. यानी the Supreme Court is the advisor of the president. ठीक है, if suppose कि our president needs some legal advice or he want to take some legal advice on any public issue, then who will give him legal advice? Supreme Court of India. Okay, but in this case beta, the Supreme Court is not bound to give advice to the president, and president is not bound to follow the advice of the Supreme Court. ठीक है, but फिर आप सोच रहे होंगे then what is the use of this advisory jurisdiction? It is written in our constitution कि the Supreme Court is advisor of the president also. ठीक है बेटा, then next jurisdiction of Supreme Court is it's a court of record. Court of record यानी all its decisions are properly printed and these are kept in you can say these are well catalogued and kept properly, and these decisions will serve as laws for the हाई कोर्ट्स एंड द लोअर कोर्ट्स. ठीक है, जितने भी जो डिसीजंस होते हैं ना सुप्रीम कोर्ट में, सब के सब अच्छे से प्रिंट होते हैं, उनको अच्छे से रखा जाता है रिकॉर्ड रूम में. एंड दीज एक्ट एज लॉज फॉर द लोअर कोर्ट्स एंड हाई कोर्ट्स. सपोज कि एक पर्सन है, 2 पर्सन है, उनका कोई जॉब का डिस्प्यूट है, गवर्नमेंट जॉब का. ठीक है, सो दे हैव अप्लाइड इन द सबऑर्डिनेट कोर्ट्स. दे आर यानी they have dispute against, we can say there is dispute between these 2 people and the state government. कोई जॉब का, गवर्नमेंट जॉब का डिस्प्यूट है सपोज. ओके, तो क्या होगा कि सपोज कि इन लोअर कोर्ट ना द डिसीजन इज गिवन इन फेवर ऑफ स्टेट गवर्नमेंट एंड द जॉब इज स्नैच फ्रॉम दोज 2 people. देन दोज 2 people कैन गो टू द हाई कोर्ट. इन हाई कोर्ट ऑल्सो सेम डिसीजन इज गिवन. देन अगेन दोज, उन्होंने हिम्मत नहीं हारी, कहाँ गए दोनों, कहाँ पहुँच गए, सुप्रीम कोर्ट में. ठीक है, और इन सुप्रीम कोर्ट, द सुप्रीम कोर्ट हैज़ गिवन डिसीजन in favor of those 2 people and it has issued the order to the state government to give job to those 2 people. ठीक है, देन ये जो डिसीजन है सुप्रीम कोर्ट का, ये लिखा जाएगा, इसको अच्छे से राइट डाउन करके पूरा वेल कैटलॉग करके रिकॉर्ड रूम में इसको रखा जाएगा. ठीक है, देन सपोज आफ्टर 5 years द सेम केस, सेम टाइप ऑफ केस हैज़ हैपन टू अनदर पीपल with the state, any other state government. So in the lower court only, their lawyer can give example of that case which has happened 5 years early. Okay, and it can give the example of, their lawyer can give the example of that case and क्या होगा, the case will be solved in the lower court only. There is no wastage of time and money, है ना. It will save the time and money of those 2 people and the decision they will be given in the lower courts only. So that's why beta it is also called court of record, and these records act as laws for high court and lower courts. So this was all about your jurisdiction of Supreme Court. Goodbye.